Earlier this year, the fact that the Supreme Court was going to undo Roe v. Wade made headlines all over the country after the information was leaked. And even though there was a lot of pushback for this all over the country, it simply didn't matter, because just a few weeks later, the Supreme Court officially threw out Roe v. Wade, allowing the states to decide for themselves on whether they supported abortion or not. Many states either kept the same laws as before or changed them slightly, but the largest change was in Texas, where it was shown that a law where a woman would have basically no time at all to find out that she was pregnant would then be unable to get an abortion. This was passed by Texas lawmakers and is still being held to this very day. How would you feel knowing that the very same law, although under a different name, is in Ohio? It got passed in 2019 and is now only stopped by Hamilton County Common Pleas Court Judge Christian Jenkins, as according to the Columbus Dispatch. Even though it may not affect you directly, the fact that abortion rights being limited in Ohio could affect you or your loved ones in the future is something that must be changed. Just like how it doesn't affect me directly, but it could very well change my sister's lives and their rights over their own bodies in the futures, this is what is on the line. Today I will be persuading you to stand up for abortion rights. I will speak about the history of abortion law, what should be done today, and some statistics on abortions around the world. Abortions date back to as far as the 1600s and the 1700s, according to the Planned Parenthood website, and were carried out in makeshift clinics or at home. They were often carried out in very dangerous ways, and could oftentimes be very painful for whoever is getting them done. Between these times and the modern era, there were many laws on abortion rights that strongly disfavored abortion. But fast forwarding to the Roe v. Wade trial in 1973, as found on reproductiverights.org, the trial about Roe, a single pregnant woman, challenging the Texas abortion laws that made getting an abortion illegal. In this case, it was ruled that it should be up to the individual and not the government to make that decision. Now that Roe v. Wade has been overturned, it no longer makes an abortion on a woman's body a constitutional right for that woman. Abortions in the modern era are extremely safe compared to how they were in the older times. Usually things would go very smoothly unless of a cause the mother had having an underlying condition. While abortions seem like a rare thing that don't happen often, it is actually quite the opposite according to the World Health Organization's official website. The number of abortions that took place last year was around 73 million, with 6 out of 10 unintended pregnancies and 3 out of 10 regular pregnancies ending in abortion. And the consequences, as stated by the World Health Organization, for lack of quality abortion care includes a woman's physical and mental well-being being detrimented. Every year, around 13.2% of maternal deaths can be related to unsafe abortions. This number is around 30 out of 100,000 in developed countries, while the number massively increases in developing countries. In 2012, it was reported that 7 million cases of women being damaged in hospitals after an unsafe abortion. These were largely avoided in the United States because of the laws that we used to have. However, now that abortions are harder to get, the result will be a massive increase of unsafe abortions happening, which will result in more deaths. This could all be avoided if we'd kept the same Roe v. Wade rights that we had for over 50 years. However, we must find a new solution to this problem. The main way to get over this problem is to vote a new state legislature who will bring better abortion rights. Some of the ways to get information on the politicians is to look through social media, look through official state websites, and through word of mouth to find like-minded individuals who are willing to stand up for this cause. Women should be allowed to make decisions about their body without having to worry about their state government stopping them. In conclusion, the only way to get the right people in office is to vote out the ones who are against a woman's choice and to stand up for what is right to protect a woman's right to be a safe abortion, as well as the right they should have over their own bodies.